Hey, welcome to the After Show, everybody. Dark Mario asks, any games or movies that have been out forever that you've only recently played or seen that made you go, I should have done this sooner?
Yeah, they said they just got Katamari 1. That's a great fucking game.
Did you say games or movies too? Did you say
Games
movies
or
as well?
movies, yeah.
When I saw Goodfellas, I felt like I saw that way too late. It was
Okay.
like, damn, I've seen all the great gangster movies, and then that was the last one. And I was like, no, I should have seen this when I was younger. Probably would have been way more into it.
I talked about it earlier in the year, but I finally watched all of Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
And with anime, I purposefully kind of don't start it until it's done because I've been burned so many times by something that just doesn't get finished.
Yeah.
And that show finally got finished. And then I also waited another year for the hype to die.
Yeah.
And it was so much more enjoyable. I did the same thing with Death Note, probably 5 years after it was released. I actually watched it and was like, oh, that was enjoyable.
Come to think it, that's a good point, Garrett.
Yeah.
All my favorite anime series I watched after they had long concluded.
Yeah.
Because I find that I know so many people that are like, dude, the best anime of all time, it's airing right now. It's fucking whatever.
Dan to Dan.
My Hero Academia, the greatest anime of all time. And then it'll be in season 3. Yeah, this is like the worst show ever. It's didn't that happen with that I just farted out, but didn't that happen with One Punch Man? People were telling me that was the best show. And then season 2, it was like, this is the worst thing
Beckett
ever.
just started watching. He just got to season 2. So I'll let
really?
you know his review.
One Punch Man?
Yeah.
Maybe the chat can tell me if I'm wrong, but I thought that was one of those where it was, it's ongoing and it just sucks.
Well, some of them diverge from the manga and then, have to make fillers before they can come back to it. So you never know and even with TV shows, until it's done, it can always start sucking.
I hedge my bet that way. It's like, oh, it had an end date. Okay, what's the consensus? Oh, it's good? All right, I'll check it out.
But I'll say, Derek, with regular TV shows, that's a perfectly good logic to follow with that. But it's a little different because sometimes with American TV shows, it's like, well, it's going to keep going. Am I going to wait 10 years? It's like, Game of Thrones was on and I felt an obligation to you know what? I need to just start watching this now. But with anime, it's usually okay, this show's just 26 episodes and that's going to be it.
Right.
So it's easier to wait till the end. You know what I mean? It's a little bit easier to have some patience with it. But I do that with American shows too, sometimes. That's all.
I can't think of, I know there has to be, but I can't think of one off the top of my head that I just where have I been on this one? Probably.
For
What
me,
about a Record Club?
when on Record Club or on Movie Club, when we watched Ghost in the Shell,
Oh, yeah.
that I know I liked that. I had never seen it. Rocco recommended it. That moved me. I that was one of my favorite things I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Actually,
Really?
Wow.
Have
Yeah.
you checked out Ghost in the Shell standalone complex?
I have not.
It's a pretty decent and not too old series that there's multiple seasons of in that same world with all the Section 6 people that are in the first movie. It's
Okay.
great.
Yeah, that movie really spoke to me on a deep level.
Oh, very cool.
And I had seen it so many times growing up as a kid on the shelf at Blockbuster. Ghost in the Shell. I was always aware of it, but never picked it up. So that was one I felt like I had slept on for years.
I love
Years
when
and
you
years.
find that gem that's oh, I always saw this on the shelf, but it's hard for me to think of one too. And then it's you finally
Put
are
it in.
clued in. It's this isn't anything what
Yeah.
I thought it was.
The philosophical question of where do our thoughts come from? Are we in control of them, or are they in control of us? That really, I don't know. I never really that was new to me.
yeah. There's a
Think about that often.
sequel. There's a second movie that's not standalone complex show, but I wouldn't recommend that one. It's a lot different than the first movie.
Okay.
Still interesting if you're if you want more of that world, but it takes place after the events of the first movie. But standalone complex I can recommend as a series.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch the
Fantastic.
live action first and foremost. That's
Oh,
where I'm
with
going.
Charlize Theron. Or no,
Nope.
who was it?
Scarlett.
Scarlett.
Dr.
Yeah.
Hanson.
So
Um,
Charlize was who? Eon Flux. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Another terrible live action.
Well, that even when they announced that, I'm like, why are you doing this? It's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Aeon Flux didn't have mega fans anyway. I didn't feel like it was
Yeah.
That was another
on.
one I got into real late. Eon Flux is kind of weird because it's a series of shorts that was developed into a show, but the shorts are kind of amazing.
Yeah, shorts are way better than in
Anything
the Liquid
else.
Television series.
Yeah, and then everything
Yeah.
they kept developing it more and more to worse and worse results.
Yeah.
it seems.
It's like if you info dump too much on like a kind of weird, like mystic thing, it just dissolves the mysticism of it and the specialness of it.
It's something that's really funny to me is watching those Aeon Flux shorts. Is it Peter Chung? I think that
sounds familiar.
Those? But anyway, watch those and then go back and watch the pilot, the first episode of Rugrats.
He worked on it.
The same guy.
Really?
I feel like that didn't come out till like years later. Like, Peter Chung made the pilot for Rugrats and then went, and then they were like, it got picked up for series. And he's like, cool. I don't ever want to work on this fucking baby show again. Like, that's it. But if you watch that first episode, just the style of it.
Yeah. So
it's
different.
like, oh, this is the Aeon Flux guy. It's crazy.
Wow.
There's camera angles where it's inside the baby's mouth and like.
I mean, yeah, they
coming
did
out.
do that a
It's
lot.
weird. It's like, anyway, just kind of interesting, I always thought.
That's crazy.
He did a Matrix short too. Matrix, Animatrix short too.
A lot of people in the chat are mentioning Jacob's Ladder. I watched that like 2 weeks ago for the first time.
Okay. I've never seen that.
You should check it out.
Okay.
You should check it out.
What's it? I thought it was like a sad movie, a kid with like cancer or something. Is that not what this is?
That's not remotely
Is that wrong?
close to what the movie's about.
Oh, okay.
I think of Lorenzo's Oil.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
yeah.
Probably.
I think I've mixed those up too, though. To be
Okay.
honest with you,
Okay.
I'm relating to you right now.
Jacob's Ladder.
So I didn't know going in, but Jacob's Ladder like influenced the creators of Silent Hill.
Okay.
So, Tim Robbins is basically
I remember this.
a Vietnam vet.
Okay.
And the movie is it's one of those movies where the whole time you're confused, like what's going on here. It's a movie about like losing your mind a little
Okay.
bit. So you watch it, you kind of feel a little crazy. Now, when I was watching it, I called the ending of the movie within the first 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
But that didn't deter me from enjoying the movie because as it was going on, I just kept thinking, I think I know what they're doing here. And then at the end, I was like, yeah, I knew it.
Hell yeah.
But it cuts from him having this very traumatic event at war to suddenly it jumps forward to like the mid-70s New York City. He's living in New York City.
Okay.
And he starts kind of like seeing things, hallucinating, losing his mind. It's almost like gives me like 12 Monkey vibes.
Ooh, I love that movie.
But what I really like is kind of this. It was made in the early 90s as a throwback to the mid-70s New York, and it just very much has this like aesthetic that is very cool. I think I like that the most.
And I love Tim Robbins.
Yes.
Young Tim Robbins. Too,
Young
it
Tim
sounds
Robbins, and it kind of has like he's being it has like elements of like living in hell.
Okay.
You know, kind of like Silent Hill does.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
yeah.
Silent Hill, you see all these fucking creatures and stuff, and it's like, what's going on here? Psychological thriller.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. I think you get a kick out of it.
Oh, no. What we were talking about, fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Well,
there was that.
we got another.
Wiki Komodo has come
Yeah.
back, and I think we're allowed to read this one, which says, have you guys watched the Pat Labor movies? The lead to the production of Ghost in the Shell and the second movie is incredibly powerful and beautiful. I have not.
Yeah,
I've never
I'm a
heard of
big
those
fan.
movies, actually.
I'm a big fan. I have all the Pat Labor, the original like 2, and then even the newer stuff that came out in the aughts. That's
What are
all
those?
Fully CG. It's mecha anime. They're like movies
Okay.
about police officers that use these big mechs to help fight crime. Because in the
Oh,
future,
yeah.
all these construction mechs have started getting hacked and going on like. You know, from working on a construction site, it's getting hacked and then it's going and like wreaking havoc in the city. So then they call in the special Pat Labor police. If you like mech stuff, it's like way up there. Appleseed, Pat Labor, alternatives to Gundam and Evangelion. If you're into the robot stuff,
Rocco is.
I don't think
Don't-
he
don't
is.
speak for me.
I think he likes Ava,
That's
but
it.
I'm going to say you like Ava, but not any other mech stuff.
He likes mechs. But Power Rangers is a mech.
Yeah, I mean, it just
Yeah.
depends on what it is. But let me just say to that point, man, they announced the new Gundam series.
Yeah.
I'm in and out. Gundam is a little dry for me.
Same.
I don't, sometimes I check in, often I check out. But the new Gundam series is like a ton of people who worked on Fooly Cooly and Evangelion. Like Ono, who created Ava, like is doing some of the scripts. Oh, I'm so in. And all the Gundam purists are like, fuck this. Like they're showing what the Avas look like and they're fucking gonzo looking weird shit. People saying they look like new Pokemon anime. You got my attention on this, so I'm curious. But yeah, you know what? Mech anime. I'm not always. I'm more in the tokusatsu spirit. I want to see live action. A guy in a suit fighting as a robot, but I don't want to see an anime necessarily, other than Eva. I did want to say earlier though. I remembered what I was going to say. Talking about Jacob's Ladder with Eric said in the chat. It goes where you expect it to go, but does it so well. I always can appreciate something when it's like that, where it's like, okay, you could predict this, but man, they know it too, and it executes it perfectly. I always think of the ending, not to spoil it, I'm not going to, but the ending of Better Call Saul. That was a show where I was like, dude, this is ending the way I predicted this so long ago. Like, come on. But then it gets to that point and it's like, there is no other way this could have gone. And this is the right thing to do. And I really like the ending of that show a lot. So anyway, I was just thinking about that.
I think that's the best thing a story can do is have an inevitability, you know, that they kind of set you up for an expectation. And maybe there's a question of will they, won't they? But if they get there in a satisfying way, that's the best way a story can end. I don't like when it kind of comes out of nowhere, like, you never thought of this because we didn't even hint that this would be an option. I'm like, you're right.
There's sometimes they can justify it, but when you just do it for the sake of doing it, it doesn't help anybody. But
when it's fully integrated, that's when it works best.
Yeah.
In my opinion. We're not going to go for too long here today. We've hit about 15 minutes here. We'll stay on for a little bit longer. What do you guys want to propose?
We gave him a supercharged main show, so
that was a long ass main show, but it was the last one of the year. Let's just go around and say what was like the best thing of the year. What was the best thing this year? What movie, video game, music? What ruled the most?
I was just talking about that. I feel like every year I pick a movie and then Oscar season comes around. And then I see a movie and I go, oh yeah, that was way fucking better than, the fucking stupid movie I picked. I feel like that happens to me every year. But I really wasn't like blown away by any movie or game. I played some good stuff, saw some good stuff. The only movie I could think of where I left like, damn, that was fucking cool was Civil War. So I guess I picked that. I don't know.
Was really good.
And then video game, I played a lot of like good stuff, but I don't know. Astrobot probably.
That's mine. Astrobot was the best game.
That was the only thing where I was like, oh. Cool, but I haven't played Indiana Jones yet. Maybe that'll be cool. Anyway.
Yeah. For movie, I didn't see that many this year.
Venom 3.
Really?
No.
Oh. I don't know. You know what blew me away that I didn't expect to like so much was that Casa Bonita documentary.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really good.
Ruled, and I was not expecting to be like, that was the best thing I've seen this year. Whoops. Yeah.
I love counting the debt.
Have been. Yeah, it was awesome.
As that goes, they keep adding to the debt that Matt and Trey are putting themselves in, and it was very staggering because it's like, they can't spend any more money.
I had such a great time watching that entire thing. I want to watch it again, which is weird for a documentary. I want to see it again, but that was great.
Yeah, I lived vicariously through that documentary because I didn't go with you guys.
But you got to see it.
But I got to see like everything you had talked about with me on the podcast when you got back. So it was really cool.
If we go on tour again, we will go there. For sure. For sure. Derek, what about you?
It's hard to remember everything from this year. So I did enjoy Civil War as well. I feel like maybe that wasn't my favorite. But yeah.
I feel like you were singing about Furiosa, but I don't know if you would pick that.
I did really enjoy Furiosa. Was that this year?
That was this year.
Yeah, I can't even fucking remember.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, Furiosa was awesome.
Wolverine Deadpool was fun.
I was interested in seeing that, but then ultimately I never got around to seeing it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
It was fun, and then I said, like, I'm going to watch that again. Because I'll tell you, Furiosa, I think I saw twice in the theaters. Then I saw it twice when it came out on demand. And that same thing I said with Wolverine is like, I'm going to see that again. I never saw it again in theaters. Then it's like streaming on Disney Plus. They're just like, fuck yeah, I'm going to watch it this week. Yeah, I still have not given a second viewing. So I think maybe Furiosa is like my favorite thing of the year. I've definitely like put more. I haven't played any new games. So that's it for me, Furiosa.
Damn. Dune was good as well. Dune Part 2. I like that.
That was good.
I dug that. But,
Yeah, this year I just feel like it was a lot of like good stuff.
But I do think that, I think that like, as you said, Oscar season's always like the best.
Yeah.
That's my favorite time of the year with movies, at least. And for music, it was Jack White's new album. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So
with that.
good for me.
That was at the top of my. I don't have Spotify. I have Apple Music. So Apple Music Replay,
Yeah.
which was busted.
Why?
It just never does mine right. It says I didn't listen to music in January and February. Oh, okay, never. Okay, great.
Mm.
And it just ranks stuff. It's like every year it's a Gorillaz album that came out in 2016. I'm like, I'm not listening to that much. I'm listening to it like
Interesting.
twice. But it did mark my favorite artist of March as 311, which is
Wow.
311 Day is that month.
That makes sense.
That was accurate, but the rest.
Yeah, mine says I listened to 47,000 minutes of music this year, which seems like a
Damn.
lot, but
That's a lot. I listen to 12,000.
yeah.
You use Spotify that heavily, Sean?
Oh, Apple Music? Yeah.
Oh, this is Apple Music.
The same
Sorry.
thing though. Yeah, but also I was thinking about it, like whenever we drive anywhere with the family, it's always like my phone that we're playing all the music. So like my number one artist was Taylor Swift, then Chappell Roan, then Sabrina Carpenter.
It's your girls.
It's my girls. And then Jack White finally made the bottom of the list, but it's like, okay, that one was me. But like,
Okay.
it's like, so mine's a little skewed towards like the family account.
I have never been interested in one of these recaps, nor have I ever gotten one.
But you don't listen to like,
I listen to the Sirius XM
yeah.
app, and I don't think they do that.
Yeah.
But like even like YouTube was giving for a while there, like here's your YouTube use recaps. Here's your Pornhub history recap. Here's here's
You
your
jerked off
DoorDash.
40,000 minutes this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, what was on your RedTube recap?
you generated this much energy with your
Show me-
jerking off.
Show me the Jack stats on your iWatch.
yeah.
You're
You
really
use-
into free use content.
You went through 77 tangas this year.
28.
Yeah, I got my Tango
Tissue
recap
boxes.
back.
Your tang-
Cranking my hog.
Oh, do you have-
You used the rotate feature seven times.
It's the time to open our Tenga.
You're in the top 1%
Advent
of
calendar.
jerking off.
yeah, I am.
Let's see. Let's see what day today holds. Is it a spinner or
What's today? What's the date?
are we getting
No,
the spider texture?
The fifth?
Today? No,
Oh, no,
it's
sixth.
6th.
December 6th.
Okay. Oh, I used that one.
Why is that one
Why
gone?
is it empty, dude?
Because I
That's
heard
the
that
old-
I heard that was a certain
Wait,
one
how
that I
many are
wanted to
empty?
use.
Okay, there's a lot that are empty, but I'll go to the 7th. We'll jump ahead.
Because
You guys, I wish the camera could see how empty. Oh, it is. What is that?
That one's like a orange swirl
Let me
egg.
see if I used these before.
Mhm.
I don't recognize this one. I don't
Thank you,
recognize
Tanga.
the swirl here. This is
Thank
nice.
you, Tanga.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Oh,
wait for the calendar.
I'm
Spiraling stairs of sensation.
Ooh.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Zelda
A
dungeon.
triple alliterative.
I'm looking at all the
Brilliant.
movies that came out this year. This wasn't the greatest year for movies.
No,
I'm gonna
I
be
felt the
honest.
same
Not
way.
really, no.
I watched a lot of these. I probably saw more movies this year than I have in the previous years, and they were all like, okay.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I really want to see that. I mentioned earlier that Juror number 2. I do want to see that, and I wanted to see that Anora movie. There's a bunch that I wanted to see, and I still haven't. So
Me too. I wanted to see Kinds of Kindness.
I did see that.
Was it good?
That was not that. That was trying too hard to me.
I was excited
I
for
didn't
Long
like it.
Legs. Didn't really enjoy that as much.
Oh yeah, that was this
Terrifier
year.
3.
Smile 2 was good. Oh,
Smile
Terrifier 3 was
2.
good.
Oh, you saw Smile 2?
Yeah.
I might be one of my
We
favorites
talked
of the
about
year.
it.
Yeah, I really liked Smile 2.
Yeah.
Terrifier 3 was also awesome, but a little intense.
What?
Dude, I would pay money to see you watch Terrifier
Oh.
3. I would.
Now that's a Discord
I would
movie.
personally
That's a
pay
Discord.
We should
fucking
get together
money
for that.
to force you to watch that movie.
If we can set up
that
a way,
shit would be hilarious.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
it would.
get,
Yeah, it
gotta
would.
get Christmas gifts for the kids.
Howlin'
If we can
Howard.
find a way that I could actually, because I'm not seeing this unless I'm being paid to see this.
I don't want to. No, I think you should just watch it.
You're gonna bilk
No,
the audience?
you started this. You said I'd pay money, and I'd say I'll do it. If I
Yeah,
get
but now
paid
this
to.
is like I got to get gifts for my kids. That seems kind of weird.
They got enough gifts.
Well, I'm saying there's no way I would do it besides doing it for my kids because I do not want to see this movie.
Do it for the fans.
Oh, I love them
Yeah.
all so much, but I will not.
you gotta serve the Patreon, dude.
Tell you what, you watch Terrifier 3 and I'll watch anything you want.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to watch Terrifier 3. I don't care what.
That's the point.
I know, but I don't care enough to have you because I'm so against seeing this movie. I'm so not into that idea that there's nothing that you could watch that would make me happy.
Art the Clown is his Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
you see how the fans would love
He
to
hates
watch you
Art the
watch
Clown,
Terrifier 3,
Rocco.
right? You know
I
they would
see-
love that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And you want to give them what they want, right?
Yeah, I do. But that will like mentally fuck me up. And so
It's just a movie.
I know, but I just can't hang. I'm just like I'm too sensitive. I'm too sensitive, people. I can't handle that.
I thought you handled the Howlin' Howard segment from a couple Hellfests ago.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Yeah, you've been fine since you've been better since that.
You saw
happened,
the worst
honestly.
of the worst that I could even bring up. I mean, we showed you American History X mixed in there with like some trauma stuff.
Yeah.
And
Studies say that people who like this content are generally less stressed and happier in life.
I believe that. But I'm just saying
added bonus.
I would again, I'll do it, but like I'm not just gonna do it to do it. Like,
you need a barf bucket, you think?
Yeah,
You would.
probably.
You'd get sick. You couldn't
I
have
might.
popcorn and like laugh.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen it,
All right.
but I
When we watched Terrifier 2, I remember looking at Sean because we watched it in the tour van on our trip through, I think, California. But yeah, Sean would not look at the screen. You would look out the window,
yeah,
look away, maybe look over at Kevin, talk to Kevin, but you very rarely looked at the screen.
I did.
Even curiosity didn't get you.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Sorry, I don't know. You gotta pay up if I'm watching that fucking shit.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. We'll figure some way out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure some way out.
I don't think
Derek.
we will.
I'll work with you on this, Derek. Yeah, we get a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can.
A bit bar.
It could help out Mega 64 in our time of change where we need to do some cool
Yeah.
stuff. I think people
Yeah.
would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are you thinking over there?
Well, I just really don't want to watch the movie.
right.
So we could do a bar, but
You could apologize to Meg and
it would
Johnny
have to
and
be
me.
such an amount that's like, no one's gonna pay for that. Like that's a
Well, let's not make it unreasonable. Let's get it done.
Yeah, what's a reasonable number?
Yeah, let's do something. Do it for the patrons on Discord. That's what Eric says, and that I agree. I mean,
Same.
they need it.
I just really,
They need it.
truly don't want to do that. So $64 is not enough.
You did like the friend dimension where you were making like the props for your kid's party.
Yeah.
That was cool, but now we need like the other end of the spectrum.
Something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You wanted to do that.
Yeah. Eric said I need to get my heart in this business. Okay. Yeah. Respect.
Or else just
Yeah.
apologize to maybe Meg, Johnny, Kevin,
Oh,
and myself.
come on. Don't
know.
do that to me.
Put us out on the street.
Do you know come on. You know how much like work I've tried? Don't say that.
I mean,
all
Do
it
you
takes
think me
is-
watching Terrifier 3 is a difference that's going to...
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah, actually. I
Could
think that's going to
be.
be a game changer. I think it's going to be a big game changer.
Oh, come on.
Rocco will watch like a Padres game next season.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
Hell
I'm
no.
Okay,
not.
all right, hold on. Rocco will watch a full episode of Talk Tua.
I don't...
No, I won't. No, I got better.
I don't
things to do.
even... I don't even...
Oh my
Full
God.
episode of Talk Tua.
Yeah.
That's what's
I mean,
on
I'll
the
sit
table
there
here.
while it's on, but I won't watch it.
Well, all right. There you go. He'll sit there. Sean can
They're
sit there
saying
while
yes.
Terrifier 3's
You
on.
don't understand how much I don't want to see Terrifier and how much I don't care if he watches Talk Tua. I don't care about... I just don't want... Like, I just...
Yeah.
For me to watch Terrifier 3, I would just need I just it would fuck me up. It would just fuck my life up. Like, just don't make me watch this, please.
It would have like lasting ramifications, like even after the movie
I
ended.
think it would.
Your day and your maybe the rest of the week would be affected.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
All right, we got to find a way to make this happen.
We'll
No,
work
we
about.
We
We'll think
gotta
about
find a way
it.
to
with
make
you,
this
Derek.
happen.
I'm with you.
I just
Clearly, the people want this. I think it's going to be good for the company. I think this is going to
bro.
be real good for the company.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see.
Some of the chat is a good idea. Like they hit a certain bit goal and you have to restart the movie.
Oh shit! Oh
That-
fuck!
That would be wild. That would be wild. All right. Well, everyone, we'll think about it.
Real quick. With these super chats here.
Yeah.
Have you seen Love, Death, and Robots?
Yes.
I never saw it. You liked it.
I've
didn't
seen
you?
both seasons of it. It's great.
Thank you,
Is it
Cyborg
good?
Ninja.
Yeah, they're shorts, so they're easily digestible, and each art style is like so different and unique. Yeah.
Electronic Lore says if a film takes place in a specific time or place, does that factor into your decision to watch it? I feel like Garrett is like that. If it's like medieval or some shit,
Yeah.
he ain't watching it.
Yeah.
But if it's in a future city, he's
Lately,
watching
if it takes place on a fucking stage and you're a pop star, I don't care.
Smile too.
I know. I was disappointed in that being. Remember, we had the conversation.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I like Western stuff. I like anything from like the 19th century, the 1800s.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a set one, but I do. I do like a Western or like it's in like old New York, like Godfather shit. I like that.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's if it's like the 50s or 60s, I'm always in.
For sure. That's your
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
And then thank you, Electronic Lore. And then Destructo. Hey guys, Derek spoke on this, but do you have any of you guys have solo projects you work on or would like to? I mean, I pretty much plug anything that I did a video you could see on my personal channel, about being in Japan, but I think I already talked about that. So
Yeah, I have my hobbies, but they're the hobbies. I'm here at Mega 64. No side projects.
Yeah.
Just the main projects.
if I got something cool going on, I promise I'll plug it. But right now, just
Yeah, me too. I promise.
anyway.
And I got a lot of side projects. You know that about me. I got my comic book and some independent feature films that I've been acting in.
Yeah, that
they're
one's
coming out
out.
soon. Yeah, Hemet is out. I have a small part in that movie, but it was fun to be a part of it. A lot of people say they like my part a lot.
That's cool.
And then with those same kind of same team, we did a feature length coming out probably next year. It's still being edited where I had the lead role in it. And,
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say who I got to act with, but they got a name actor to be in the movie that I
Yeah.
got to do some scenes with.
That's pretty cool.
He's been in some famous Quentin Tarantino movies.
Oh, I thought
from
that
the
was.
90s.
I thought Hemet was this movie you told me all about that would came out. There's two projects.
Yeah, I was in Hemet, and then the one coming out with the actors called A Corpse in Kensington, and then I just recently did another one with another local film director
Very
here.
cool.
So
That Hemet
got a couple
one's
features on the way.
You can stream that like for free on Prime, right? Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Hemet is available on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's free, but it is on streaming services right now.
Okay, hell yeah.
There might be like a Tubi type, where you can watch it for free. Wikikomoto says, "I'm sorry for sending so many super chats. Don't be sorry.
No
super chats
way.
are great.
We love the super chats.
Yeah.
Send
You're-
away.
Yeah. We love your.
We're happy to engage with you."
Mhm.
Is Phobia out? Final comment, question I'll handle on that for today is it's not out yet, but we're working on it. It's all created. It's all paid for with the printer. We just ran into some last minute formatting issues that we have to take care of. And the people working on my team have had some personal tragedies recently, which is sad to say, but it's causing delays to happen in the production. But we're 99.9% finished. Just
Heck
have
yeah.
to get over the final hump.
Nice. You can do it. You're almost there.
I know I can do it. It kills me that, keep running into hurdles and setbacks that are frankly like out of my control
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point. Like nobody wants this thing to be fucking. I have other projects that I want to and need to move on to. And this one is essentially done and I just want it to be out.
Of course.
But some things are just out of your control, but it's coming. It's on its way.
Well, everyone,
Okay.
thank you so much for sticking with this year. Again, thank you for your support and helping us throughout the entire year, but especially recently. And, next year is going to be a great year for Mega 64 because of you. And don't go anywhere. The Christmas cast is coming up in a week, in a couple days on the 15th, and it's going to be wild. So get ready for the Christmas cast. Get stoked. And, thank you so much for this year. We appreciate you guys.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.
Goodbye.